Yes, she said, her hands moving over the crystal surface. The technology is similar to what changed me. I understand its patterns. As she worked, Lily felt the crystal respond to her touch, the pattern beneath her skin pulsing in sympathy. She carefully disrupted key nodes, severing connections. The device dimmed, then went dark. It's neutralized, she announced, but there will be others. According to the intelligence, at least 5 devices planned for different locations. They found 3 more over the next week, each one larger, more sophisticated than the last, each one disabled by Lily's unique abilities. But the 5th remained elusive. Meanwhile, the hardliner fleet had begun to move, positioning for what appeared to be an orbital strike. Vex and human forces mobilized to intercept. The reformed Lyrians provided intelligence on likely targets and tactics. Lily felt the strain. Her enhanced body required little rest, but her mind still needed time to process. The constant vigilance, the responsibility of being the bridge between 3 civilizations. The knowledge that any failure could mean the end of human identity. Helen found her one night standing on the roof of the facility, looking up at the stars where distant ships glimmered like new constellations. "You should rest," Helen said, joining her. "I can't," Lily replied. "Not while the final device remains hidden, not while the fleet prepares to attack. You've done more than anyone could ask." Helen put a hand on Lily's silvery shoulder. "Without you, we would already be lost." Lily turned to her friend. "Do you ever wonder if I made the right choice, exposing the truth, stopping the integration?" "Of course you did." Helen looked surprised. "You preserved our freedom, our identity." "At what cost?" Lily gestured. To the sky where lights moved in complex patterns, Vex and human ships maintaining their blockade. War crisis. The hardliners still believe integration is inevitable, that resistance only brings suffering. "Do you believe that Lily was quiet for?" A moment, no. But I understand them now. In a way no other human can. Their fear of extinction, their desperate need to continue through transformation, they see it as evolution, not conquest. Understanding doesn't make them right. No, Lily agreed. But it makes me wonder if there could have been another way, a voluntary partnership, controlled integration, limited and consensual. Perhaps with the reformed faction that may still be possible, Helen suggested, but never with those who would force it upon us. A communication alert sounded. Lily activated her integrated communicator. Another gift of her transformation. "Ambassador Adams," came Rebecca's urgent voice. "The hardliner fleet is moving, multiple ships breaking formation, heading toward Earth. The blockade, engaging now, but some may break through. They seem willing to sacrifice ships to create openings. I'm on my way," Lily said, ending the communication. "It's beginning, the final push." In the command center, chaos reigned. Screens showed the space battle unfolding, Vex ships with their advanced technology engaging the Lyrian vessels, human forces providing support. Explosions bloomed in silence against the black of space. "3 Lyrian ships have broken through," reported an officer. "Trajectory suggests they're heading for major population centers. They'll deploy ground forces," Lily said, "to activate the final device or place new ones. All defense forces are on high alert," said Director Wilson. "But we need to find that last device." Lily closed her eyes, focusing on the crystal pattern within her. It connected her to all Lyrian technology, a resonance, a harmony. If she could extend her senses, expand the connection perhaps, there a faint pulse, a resonance coming from an unexpected location. "It's here," she said, opening her eyes. "The final device. It's in this facility." Alarms sounded. "Security teams mobilized. How is that possible?" Director Wilson demanded. "This is the most secure location on Earth." "A sleeper agent?" Lily realized. "Someone transformed like me but loyal to them. Someone who has been here all along." As if summoned by her words, a technician across the room stood, his skin rippling, revealing silvery patches beneath the crystal transformation, had been hidden disguised. For the continuation, he said, his voice altered. For our survival. He pressed something on his console, and the floor beneath them trembled. A hidden compartment opening, a massive crystal structure rising, larger than any they had found before. No. Lily moved toward him, but he was already changing his body, shifting, growing, his fingers extending into crystalline blades. You betrayed our future, he said to Lily. The bridge who broke faith, the hope who became despair. You would end humanity. Lily countered. Replace it with something else that isn't evolution, it's extinction. It is transcendence. He attacked, moving with inhuman speed. Lily met him, her own transformed body responding instinctively. She had never fought before. But the crystal gave her strength, reflexes beyond human capacity. Security forces fired, but their weapons had little effect on either transformed being. Get everyone out, Lily called to Helen. Evacuate the facility, I'll stop the device. As personnel fled, Lily fought, holding the transformed agent back, but he was fully integrated. His abilities beyond even hers, his purpose singular, his humanity long gone. He struck her, sending her crashing into a wall. You cannot stop the process, not. Now the resonance builds, the great integration comes. The crystal device pulsed, growing brighter. A hum building that Lily felt in her bones. She had one advantage. He sought to protect the device. She did not care if both of them were destroyed. She lunged forward, not at him, but at the crystal structure, her hands plunging into its core. The agent screamed, grabbing her, trying to pull her away, but Lily held fast, her crystal pattern connecting with the device, her mind linking with its programming. She could see the design, the purpose, the full horror of what it would do, and she could change it. With desperate focus, she poured her consciousness into the crystal network, not to destroy it, but to reprogram it, to alter its fundamental purpose. The agent sensed what she was doing, fought harder, his crystalline blades cutting into her, but she maintained her connection. What are you doing? He demanded, as the crystal's pulse changed color, its resonance shifting. Changing the message. Lily gasped. If you want to broadcast to humanity, then let them hear the truth. The crystal structure shuddered as Lily rewrote its purpose. The agent howled in rage, but it was too late. The device activated, a pulse of energy spreading outward, not the forced transformation the Lyrians had planned, but something else. Knowledge, truth. Every human within range suddenly understood, saw visions of Lyrian history, their conquests, their deceptions, their plans, and the choice humanity faced, evolution or extinction, freedom or surrender. The true nature of the crisis. The agent fell back, his connection to the hardliner collective disrupted by Lily's change to the device. What have you done? Given humanity the choice. Lily said, struggling to stand. The true choice with full knowledge. The thing your leaders feared most. Outside, similar pulses spread from the Lyrian ships that had broken through the blockade, their devices activated, but changed by the resonance from Lily's reprogramming. Spreading truth, not transformation. The agent attacked again, desperate, but security forces returned, this time with weapons developed by the Vex, specifically to disrupt crystal structures. He fell under their combined assault. Lily collapsed beside the crystal device, her body damaged but already healing, another gift of her transformation. Helen rushed to her side. What happened? What did you do? Showed everyone the truth, Lily said weakly. All of it, the Lyrian history, their plans, the choice we face, but also the possibility, the potential good in controlled voluntary integration, the future we might build together if we choose wisely. You gave them everything, the good and the bad. Truth is the only foundation for real choice, Lily said. Now humanity will decide its own fate. In the days that followed, the hardliner fleet retreated, their plan in ruins. With the truth exposed, their infiltrators revealed they had no choice but to withdraw. The Vex coalition maintained their protective presence, but the immediate crisis had passed. The reprogrammed pulse had another unexpected effect, where it touched humans with latent compatibility to the crystal technology. It awakened awareness, not transformation, but potential, the possibility of voluntary, limited integration. Those affected could choose to proceed or not. Their fate in their own hands. A new council formed. Human representatives from every nation joined with reformed Lyrians and Vex coalition members, discussing the path forward, the possibilities of consensual technological exchange, cultural integration without loss of identity. Lily stood before them, still the bridge, still unique, but no longer alone. Others had begun voluntary partial integration, becoming like her human yet, enhanced, maintaining their identity while gaining new perspective. "We stand at a crossroads," she told the assembled representatives. "Three civilizations with different histories, different values, different fears, but we share something greater: on desire to survive, to grow, to become more than we are." "The hardliners believe forced integration is the only path to survival," she continued. "The Vex coalition has fought to preserve the separate identity of species. The reformed Lyrians seek a middle path, and humanity now awakens to its place in this greater community." "What do you propose, Ambassador Adams?" asked the council leader. "A new coalition," Lily said. "Not based on conquest or resistance, but on consensual exchange, voluntary enhancement, shared knowledge with respect for difference, a true symbiosis between our peoples, and those who reject such exchange." As the first human liaison assigned to the station, Olivia felt the weight of responsibility on her shoulders. Earth had only joined the Galactic Alliance 5 years ago. Most alien species still viewed humans as primitive newcomers, barely worthy of attention. Commander Krell, a tall insectoid being, approached Olivia. Her exoskeleton clicked softly as she moved. Her forearms held various data devices while her compound eyes reflected the bay lights in brilliant patterns. "Human Taylor, Yuri. Quarters are prepared. The ambassador will meet with you tomorrow." Krell spoke using a translator device. Her actual speech consisted of rapid clicking sounds impossible for human vocal cords to reproduce. "Thank you, Commander," Olivia replied, trying to match the formal tone aliens preferred. "I look forward to beginning my duties." Krell made a gesture Olivia did not understand. "The ambassador requested your presence at the diplomatic gathering tonight. It would be wise to attend." Olivia nodded, understanding the implied command. This was not a request but a test. The gathering would introduce her to representatives from 20 different species. She needed to make a good impression. Her quarters surprised her with their comfort. The Alliance had attempted to recreate Earth living conditions. The room contained a bed with actual blankets, a rarity in space, a small kitchen area, and a view screen showing Earth from orbit. The familiar blue planet looked peaceful from this distance. Olivia unpacked quickly. She chose her formal diplomatic uniform for the gathering. The dark blue outfit with silver Earth insignia represented her planet and position. She practiced greeting phrases in the most common alien languages, mastering the proper tones and gestures. The diplomatic hall buzzed with activity as Olivia entered. Beings from across the galaxy clustered in groups, speaking in various languages. Some used translators, while others communicated through gestures or even telepathy. Ambassador Zalri, a tall humanoid with silvery skin, noticed Olivia immediately. She glided across the room, moving with fluid grace. "Human Taylor, welcome to Galactic Station 7. Her voice sounded musical with perfect translator pronunciation. "Ambassador." "Thank you for the invitation," Olivia replied, bowing slightly in the traditional greeting of Zalris people. "You speak well for a human." The ambassador seemed surprised. "Most of your kind struggle with proper formalities." "I studied extensively before my assignment," Olivia explained. "Understanding cultural differences helps build stronger relationships." The ambassador nodded approvingly. "Come, I will introduce you to the other representatives." Olivia followed Zalri through the crowd. Each introduction brought new challenges. Some species considered direct eye contact aggressive. Others required specific hand positions to show peaceful intentions. Olivia navigated each interaction carefully, applying her training. A group of Rexian warriors watched. From across the room, their blue-scaled skin rippled with barely contained power. They stood head and shoulders above most other beings. Their reputation as fierce fighters made them valuable, but difficult allies. The Vrexians rarely interact at these functions, Zalri explained, noticing Olivia's glance. They consider diplomacy beneath warriors. Perhaps they simply need the right approach, Olivia suggested. Before the ambassador could respond, an alarm blared throughout the station. Red lights flashed along the walls. The pleasant buzz of conversation stopped immediately. Security breach in Sector 4. An automated voice announced, "All diplomatic personnel, please remain in the hall." Guards moved to the entrances, securing the room. Olivia noticed the Vrexian warriors tensing their hands, moving to weapons they were not supposed to have at a diplomatic function. Ambassador Xalri stepped forward, addressing the room. "Please remain calm. Security protocols are in effect. The situation will be resolved quickly." The announcement did little to ease tensions. Species with historical conflicts began separating, forming protective clusters. Olivia sensed the fragile peace fraying. "Ambassador, what exactly is in Sector 4? Olivia asked. "Quietly, research laboratories." Zalri replied, her voice low, "including some studying human biology." Olivia felt a chill. What kind of research? Standard comparative analysis. The ambassador avoided direct answer. "Nothing concerning." The security feeds displayed on wall screens showed Corridor 4 sealed with emergency barriers. Armed guards positioned themselves outside. The internal feeds remained dark. A communication officer approached the ambassador. "We have contact with the intruder. Put it through," Zalri ordered. The main screen activated, showing a human face. Olivia recognized him immediately. Dr. Mason Bennett, a leading Earth scientist who had disappeared 3 months ago. His face appeared gaunt, his eyes wild. "I have accessed the files." Dr. Bennett spoke rapidly. "The experiments they are conducting on human subjects. The Alliance promised cooperation, not experimentation." Gasps and whispers filled the room. Several representatives looked guilty. Others seemed confused. "Dr. Bennett," Olivia stepped forward. "This is Liaison Taylor. What exactly did you find?" The scientist seemed surprised to see another human. "Liaison, they have been testing human resistance to various biological agents, including weaponized pathogens, Ambassador." Zalri moved to cut the transmission, but Olivia blocked her path. "Is this true, Ambassador?" The diplomatic hall erupted in chaos. Representatives demanded explanations. Others attempted to leave only to find doors secured. "The research is authorized." Zalri finally admitted, "Your government approved limited testing." "Limited testing of medicines, not weapons." Olivia countered, her diplomatic training giving way to anger. "Earth joined the Alliance as equals, not test subjects." The Vrexian leader, a female named Drax, approached. "Humans speak of equality, yet you lack the strength to enforce it. Words without power mean nothing." Olivia faced the towering warrior. "Strength takes many forms, Commander Drax. Not all require weapons. Prove it, human." Drax challenged. The room grew silent, all eyes on Olivia. She understood this moment would define human standing within the Alliance. She needed to respond correctly. "Dr. Bennett." Olivia addressed the screen again. "What exactly have you done to the systems?" "I have locked down the research data and sent copies to Earth Command," he explained. "And I have activated the emergency containment protocols in the labs. The specimens are secure. You have 30 minutes before security overrides your commands." Drax stated, "What do you hope to accomplish?" Olivia smiled. "Time, Commander. Time for truth, which is a weapon humans wield quite effectively." She turned to address the entire gathering. Representatives of the Alliance Earth joined in good faith. We shared our knowledge, resources, and trust. We expected the same in return. If unauthorized experiments have been conducted on my people, then the Alliance has violated its own founding principles. Ambassador Zalri attempted to regain control. These accusations are premature. The research benefits all species. Then you will have no objection to full disclosure, Olivia countered, as is required by Alliance Charter Section 12, Paragraph 4, regarding scientific cooperation. Several representatives nodded agreement, particularly those from newer member worlds who feared similar treatment. The human speaks correctly, announced a Trill representative, their translucent body pulsing with light patterns. The charter is clear if research involves any member species, full disclosure is mandatory. Olivia continued, pressing her advantage. I propose an immediate review committee with representatives from all member worlds. No research continues until this matter is resolved. Vrexian Commander Drax studied Olivia with new interest. The human shows spine unexpected. We are full of surprises. Commander, Olivia replied. Ambassador Zalri recognized the shifting dynamics. Very well, Liaison Taylor. A review committee will be formed. Security release the lockdown and escort Dr. Bennett to diplomatic quarters. The crisis appeared temporarily resolved, but Olivia knew this was just the beginning. Earth would need to assert stronger presence in alliance matters. Human dignity and rights required protection, as representatives dispersed, discussing the events in hushed tones. Commander Drax approached Olivia. You fought without weapons, human, yet you achieved victory. Few species understand such combat. Humans have long experience with battles fought through words, Commander. Sometimes they prevent the need for more destructive conflicts. Perhaps? Drax seemed unconvinced. But remember, words alone rarely maintain peace. The strong must sometimes demonstrate their strength. On that we agree, Olivia replied, though we might define strength differently. After the gathering, Olivia returned to her quarters. Her first day as liaison had certainly proven eventful. She contacted Earth Command reporting the situation and requesting additional diplomatic support. The stakes had risen significantly as she prepared for sleep. Olivia gazed at the Earth view screen. The planet seemed so small from this distance, yet its influence would need to grow. Her position as liaison now included unexpected responsibilities. She would need to navigate complex alien politics while protecting human interests. A message appeared on her communication device. Well handled, Liaison Taylor. Tomorrow we discuss your real assignment. Ambassador Zalri. Olivia stared at the message. What real assignment? She had been briefed thoroughly before leaving Earth. Nothing suggested hidden objectives. Sleep came slowly that night. Her dreams filled with alien faces, some friendly, others hostile. Earth, floating vulnerable in the distance, and through it all a sense that she had stepped into a game far more dangerous than simple diplomacy. Morning arrived with a security escort outside her door. The uniformed guard, a humanoid with scaled skin, informed her that the ambassador requested her presence immediately. No time for breakfast or preparation. The ambassador's private office overlooked. The vast expanse of space stars stretched endlessly before them, making Olivia feel insignificant by comparison. Liaison Taylor, your actions yesterday were unexpected. Ambassador Zalri began without greeting. You demonstrated qualities we had not anticipated in humans. I simply upheld Alliance principles, Ambassador. Olivia replied carefully. Indeed. Zalri studied her with those unusual silver eyes. Which is why your real assignment can now begin. I don't understand. I was sent as diplomatic liaison. A partial truth. The ambassador activated a secure screen. Your planet faces threats you cannot imagine. Some from within the Alliance itself. We require a human who can navigate these dangers. Someone with the qualities you displayed yesterday, Olivia. Maintained her composure despite her racing thoughts. What exactly are you proposing, Ambassador? An alliance within the Alliance, Zalri answered. A select group working to prevent conflicts before they begin. Earth needs representation in this group now more than ever. and Dr. Bennett. The experiments. Real, unfortunately, some Alliance members view humans as resources, not equals. This perspective must change, for the benefit of all. Olivia considered her position. Earth needed stronger representation, but secret alliances carried risks. She had trained as a diplomat, not a spy, yet perhaps this offered the best path to protect human interests. I will need time to consider your proposal, Ambassador. Of course, Zalri nodded, but not too much time. The gathering tonight includes members of our select group. They will want to meet you and assess your potential. As Olivia left the office, her mind raced with implications. The simple diplomatic posting had transformed into something far more complex and dangerous. She needed guidance, but Earth Command was days away even with fastest communications. She found herself walking toward the medical bay where Dr. Bennett was being held. Perhaps he could provide answers. Perhaps he faced similar recruitment. She needed to understand what forces operated beneath the alliances. Peaceful surface. The station hummed around her, filled with beings from across the galaxy. Some with agendas she was only beginning to comprehend. Here's Part 2. Story Part 2. Type text markdown title. Story Part 2. The medical bay doors slid open as Olivia approached. Dr. Bennett sat on an examination table while a medical officer with 4 arms checked his vitals. The doctor looked better than he had on the screen, his face less haggard, his eyes clearer. Liaison Taylor. He greeted her with obvious relief. They told me you were stationed here now. The medical officer finished her scan and left them alone. Olivia made sure the door closed completely before speaking. Dr. Bennett, what happened to you? Your disappearance caused quite a stir on Earth. He rubbed his face tiredly. I was recruited for a research exchange standard procedure. Then I discovered certain files. Protected research, they called it. His voice hardened. They were testing bioweapons specifically designed for human physiology. Who authorized this? Olivia asked. Earth Command would never approve such research. That's what I thought too, Bennett replied. But the authorization, codes were legitimate. Either someone high in Earth Command approved this or the codes were falsified. Either option is troubling. Olivia processed this information. The implications reached beyond simple ethics violations. If Alliance members developed weapons targeting humans specifically, Earth faced dangers they never anticipated. The ambassador mentioned a select group working within the Alliance. Did they approach you as well? Bennett looked surprised. No. This is the first I'm hearing of any select group. Are you certain it's legitimate? I'm not certain of anything at this point, Olivia admitted. But I need to understand what's happening here before I make any decisions. Be careful, Liaison, Bennett warned. Station 7 holds more secrets than either of us realize. I accessed only a fraction of the protected files before security detected me. Their conversation ended as the medical officer returned. Olivia promised to check on him later. She had much to consider before the evening gathering. Returning to her quarters, Olivia found a package waiting. A formal invitation to the gathering along with a small device she did not recognize. A note accompanied it. For your protection. Wear this tonight. Some conversations should remain private. The device resembled a decorative pin that would attach to her uniform. When activated, it would presumably create some form of privacy field. Olivia studied it carefully, looking for any indication of its actual function. The technology appeared more advanced than standard Alliance equipment. The gathering that evening took place in a different section of the station, a private lounge with spectacular views of the surrounding space. The attendees represented various species, but Olivia noted, most held positions of influence within their respective delegations. Ambassador Zalri greeted her at the entrance. Liaison Taylor, welcome. I see you received our gift. Yes, though I'm not entirely familiar with its function, Olivia replied honestly. A simple privacy generator, Zalri explained. It prevents electronic surveillance, allowing for candid discussions. We value transparency among ourselves even when discretion is required with others. Olivia attached the pin to her uniform. The subtle vibration indicated activation. She felt no other effects but noticed other attendees wore similar devices. The ambassador introduced her to several key figures. A Trill scientist whose research focused on interspecies medical applications. A Vrexian, security chief surprising given their usual disdain for diplomatic functions. A communications specialist from the Neuro-Eye, a species known for their technological expertise. Our association formed out of necessity, explained Krell, the Neuro-Eye specialist. The Alliance presents one face to the galaxy, but beneath that unified appearance old conflicts and prejudices remain. We represent those who believe cooperation serves all species better than competition, added Mira, the Trill scientist, especially now. Now? Olivia questioned. The group exchanged glances before Ambassador Zalri spoke. The Alliance faces an external threat, one that makes our internal differences seem trivial in comparison. We need humanity as an ally, but certain factions resist. Full integration of your species, the bioweapon research, Olivia stated. One symptom of a larger problem, the Vrexian security chief named Torek confirmed. Those responsible believe humans represent a threat due to your adaptive capabilities and rapid technological advancement, their solution preparation for potential conflict, while we seek partnership. Mira added, human creativity combined with other species' strengths creates possibilities neither could achieve alone. Olivia considered their words. The scenario matched Earth's own internal debates. Some officials advocated caution in alliance matters, fearing alien technologies and influences. Others pushed for deeper integration, seeing the benefits of galactic cooperation. What exactly do you want from me? Olivia finally asked. Initially observation and information. Zalri answered, your position gives you access to both human and alliance communications. We need to understand Earth policies to better advocate for cooperation. You want me to spy on my own government? Olivia clarified. We want you to help us understand human perspectives, Krell corrected. Just as we share our knowledge of alliance politics with you, information flows both ways in our group. Before Olivia could respond, alarms blared throughout the station. The privacy devices deactivated automatically as emergency protocols engaged. Security breach, announced the station AI. Unknown vessel approaching, unauthorized docking attempt in progress. The group moved quickly. Ambassador Zalri accessed a secure terminal. Unidentified ship refusing communication attempts. Its design matches no known alliance member. The Vrexian security chief Torek activated his communication device, barking orders to his team. Defensive systems engaged throughout the station. Liaison Taylor, please return to your quarters. Zalri instructed. This may involve diplomatic complications. If this concerns Earth, I should remain informed. Olivia countered. The ambassador seemed about to argue when the view screen displayed the approaching vessel. Olivia gasped in recognition. The ship bore Earth insignia, though its design differed from standard military vessels. That's an Earth ship, she confirmed. But not one I'm familiar with. The communication officer reported. They're requesting contact specifically with Liaison Taylor. They claim diplomatic urgency. All eyes turned to Olivia. She felt as confused as they appeared. I have no knowledge of any Earth vessel scheduled to arrive. Ambassador Zalri studied her face, apparently satisfied with her genuine surprise. Patch them through. The screen changed, showing a man in an Earth military uniform. Olivia recognized the insignia of Earth Special Intelligence. Captain Leo Hudson, a name known in diplomatic circles for his hardline stance on alien relations. Liaison Taylor. He greeted her formally. I bring direct orders from Earth Command. You are to return immediately for consultation on recent developments. Olivia maintained her diplomatic composure despite her confusion. Captain Hudson, this is highly irregular. Protocol requires advance notice for diplomatic personnel changes. The situation has changed, Liaison. Hudson replied, his voice firm. Recent. Information requires immediate action. The details are classified. You will be fully briefed upon return. Ambassador Zalri stepped forward. Captain, as station administrator, I must insist on proper documentation for removing Alliance personnel. Ambassador. With respect, this is an internal Earth matter. Hudson countered. Liaison Taylor reports to Earth Command, not the Alliance. Olivia felt caught between worlds. Her duty to Earth demanded compliance, yet the timing seemed suspicious, coming immediately. After her introduction to the secret coalition, Captain, I require written authorization from the Diplomatic Corps before departing my post. Olivia stated, invoking proper procedure. As you know, diplomatic staff operate under different protocols than military personnel. Hudson's expression hardened. The authorization has been transmitted to your personal channel liaison. We expect your compliance within the hour. The situation allows no delay. The transmission ended, leaving tension in its wake. This is most unusual, Ambassador Zalri observed. Earth has traditionally respected Alliance diplomatic procedures. Olivia checked her personal communication device. Sure enough, authorization codes appeared with orders for immediate return to Earth, signed by the diplomatic director herself. The codes appeared legitimate, though she had no foolproof way to verify them. I need to speak with Dr. Bennett. Olivia decided. He may have insights regarding this development. The ambassador nodded. Of course, but consider carefully, Liaison Taylor. Sometimes returning home closes doors that may never reopen. Olivia hurried to the medical bay, only to discover Dr. Bennett had been transferred to the Earth vessel upon its arrival. She had lost her only potential ally and information source. Returning to her quarters, Olivia faced a critical decision: follow orders returning to Earth or remain at her post, potentially defying direct command. Either choice carried significant consequences: her career, her loyalty, even Earth's. Standing within the Alliance hung in the balance. A message appeared on her screen from an unknown sender. The vessel carries more than personnel. The bioweapon research you exposed. They want it back, along with anyone who knows about it. Choose carefully, liaison. Olivia stared at the warning message, trying to determine its authenticity. It could be manipulation from the ambassadors group attempting to keep her at the station, or it might be genuine warning from an ally. She packed her belongings, slowly buying time to think. The Earth vessel would depart in 30 minutes with or without her. Aboard, Captain Hudson made that clear. A soft chime indicated a visitor at her door. Olivia opened it to find Torek, the Vrexian security chief. His imposing frame filled the doorway. You plan to leave, he observed, noting her packed bag. I have orders. Orders can be questioned. Torek replied, even among Vrexians who value chain of command above almost all else. Why are you here, Torek? He entered her quarters, closing the door behind him. To share information. Before becoming security chief, I monitored transmissions between Alliance members and their homeworlds. Your Captain Hudson has communicated with factions opposed to human integration several times in recent months. You spied on Earth communications, Olivia stated, anger rising. I monitored all suspicious communications, he corrected. My loyalty is to station security, not political factions. Captain Hudson also contacted the researchers conducting the bioweapon experiments 2 days before Dr. Bennett discovered them. Olivia felt her certainty wavering. Why tell me this? Because unlike many humans, you demonstrated honor in defending Alliance principles. Torek answered, the Vrexian definition of honor includes standing against corruption even within one's own clan. He placed a small device on her table. This will allow secure communication should you choose to return to Earth. If you discover the truth behind these events, contact us. Trill scientist Mira can extract you if necessary. You believe him walking into danger? Torek's expression remained neutral. I believe truth serves everyone except those who deal in lies. Discover which path your Earth command follows, then decide where your loyalty belongs. After he left, Olivia sat holding the communication device. Her decision remained difficult, but now included new dimensions. Not just personal safety or career, but potentially Earth's future relations with the Alliance. She boarded the Earth vessel minutes before departure. Captain Hudson greeted her personally. "Welcome aboard, Liaison Taylor. Your prompt compliance is appreciated." "My duty is to Earth, Captain." Olivia replied carefully. "I hope this consultation proves valuable enough to justify interrupting my assignment." "I assure you it is." Hudson smiled, though the expression did not reach his eyes. "Some matters require direct attention, not transmission, through potentially compromised channels." As the ship departed Station 7, Olivia watched the massive structure recede through the viewport. The diverse beings she had met, the political complexities she had only begun to understand, all growing. Distant, Dr. Bennett approached, joining her at the viewport. His expression seemed odd, a mixture of relief and concern. "Liaison Taylor, I'm glad you decided to return." "I had orders, Dr. Bennett," she replied, studying his face. "Though I'm curious why you were transferred so quickly. Your medical evaluation seemed incomplete." Captain Hudson insisted. Bennett explained, keeping his voice low. "He was quite determined we both return immediately, and the research files you discovered." "What happened to those?" Bennett glanced around before answering. "Secured supposedly for proper investigation, though I maintain limited access through my authorization codes." "Perhaps we should review them together," Olivia suggested, "to prepare for the consultation." "A reasonable precaution." Bennett agreed. "My quarters in 1 hour. Captain Hudson insists on a security briefing first." Olivia nodded, understanding the subtle message Bennett would share what he knew after his meeting with Hudson. The doctor clearly had his own suspicions. Aboard the ship, Olivia maintained the appearance of a dutiful diplomat following orders. Yet beneath that facade, her mind worked, analyzing every interaction, searching for clues regarding the true purpose of her recall. Earth loomed ahead, growing larger in the viewports, its blue oceans and swirling clouds representing home. Yet for the first time, Olivia wondered if home remained safe, or if the greatest dangers might come from within. Not from alien species, but from human ambition. She touched the secure communication device hidden in her pocket, a lifeline to allies she barely knew, yet possibly her best hope for navigating the complicated web of loyalties and secrets that stretched from Earth to the stars. Here's Part 3. Dr. Bennett never made it to their planned meeting. Security footage later showed him entering a restricted area of the ship. Then nothing. Olivia requested information from Captain Hudson, only to receive vague assurances that the doctor was assisting with sensitive research. The Earth vessel docked at Lunar Base Alpha rather than proceeding to Earth itself. The base served as a security checkpoint for all traffic entering Earth orbit, a practical measure but also convenient for handling matters requiring discretion. "A brief stop for standard procedures," Captain Hudson explained, as they prepared for transfer to the base. "Your diplomatic consultation will take place here rather than Earth headquarters, a security precaution." "What exactly are we securing against, Captain?" Olivia asked, maintaining a professional tone. "Infiltration Liaison Taylor," Hudson replied. Studying her reaction, "Recent events suggest possible compromise of Earth diplomatic channels. Our most sensitive discussions must occur in controlled environments. Lunar Base Alpha impressed even seasoned space travelers. Its massive dome structures contained administrative facilities, research labs, and military installations. The base represented Earth's first major off-world establishment, predating Alliance membership. Security personnel escorted Olivia to a conference room in the administrative section. Captain Hudson departed, with promises to return for the consultation, leaving her alone. The room contained standard facilities but notably lacked external communication access. Olivia examined the room carefully, locating several surveillance devices. Their presence surprised. Her diplomatic personnel usually received secure accommodations free from monitoring. She activated her personal privacy screen, the small device Torek had given her. It would block surveillance within a limited radius. Using the secure communication device, she attempted contact with Station 7. The signal connected, but interference prevented clear transmission. She received only fragments. "Research continues. and return impossible before the connection failed completely. The door opened, admitting a woman in diplomatic corps uniform. Olivia recognized Director Sharon Walsh, her direct superior on Earth, Liaison Taylor. "Thank you for your prompt return." Walsh greeted her formally. "I apologize for the unusual circumstances." Olivia deactivated her privacy screen. "Director, the situation raises many questions. Dr. Bennett has disappeared since boarding Captain Hudson's vessel. The research files regarding human-targeted bioweapons remain unaccounted for. And now this consultation occurs on a military base rather than diplomatic headquarters." Director Walsh's expression revealed nothing. "Your concerns are noted, Liaison. However, recent developments necessitate these security measures. The Alliance contains factions with concerning agendas regarding Earth. Some may have influenced your perspective during your brief station assignment. With respect, Director, I observed evidence of concerning agendas from Earth representatives as well," Olivia countered. "Including possible authorization of prohibited research." Walsh studied her carefully. "You refer to Dr. Bennett's claims. These have been investigated. The research he accessed involved medical countermeasures against potential biological threats, not weapons development. The doctor misinterpreted classified information. Then, why not clarify this at Station 7? Why recall diplomatic personnel and remove Dr. Bennett? Information security." Walsh replied simply, "Some matters cannot be discussed through potentially compromised channels. The Alliance values transparency in principle, but many member species practice extensive information gathering." Captain Hudson entered before Olivia could respond. He carried a data tablet which he placed before Director Walsh. "The security assessment is complete, Director," he reported. "We should proceed with debriefing immediately." Walsh nodded. "Liaison Taylor, this consultation has two purposes. First, to gather your observations regarding Alliance attitudes toward Earth, particularly concerning the incident with Dr. Bennett. Second, to provide updated diplomatic directives reflecting current Earth security priorities." Olivia recognized the carefully constructed language diplomatic corps training emphasized, recognizing when information was being shaped rather than shared directly. "We observed varying perspectives regarding Earth." Olivia began choosing her words carefully. "Some Alliance members view humans as valuable partners while others consider us potential competitors requiring containment. The incident with Dr. Bennett exacerbated these divisions, and Ambassador Zalri." Hudson interrupted. "What position does she advocate?" The ambassador expressed strong support for human integration. Olivia answered, watching their reactions. "She leads a coalition favoring cooperative approaches." Hudson and Walsh exchanged glances. "Did this coalition approach you directly?" the captain asked. "They expressed interest in closer cooperation." Olivia confirmed, revealing partial truth. "They believe humans offer unique perspectives, valuable to Alliance stability." "Did they request specific information regarding Earth policies or capabilities?" Hudson pressed. "They sought better understanding of human perspectives." Olivia replied, "As I sought understanding of Alliance dynamics." "Standard diplomatic exchange," Director Walsh smiled, though the expression seemed practiced. "Your assessment aligns with other reports." Liaison Taylor, Ambassador Zalri's coalition presents both opportunity and risk. Their influence within the Alliance could benefit Earth relations. However, their methods sometimes circumvent official channels. The new diplomatic directives address this situation, Hudson added, sliding another tablet toward Olivia. Earth will maintain official Alliance membership, while pursuing bilateral agreements with selected species, those offering technological or strategic advantages. Olivia reviewed the directives. Her concern grew as she read Earth would effectively step back from full Alliance integration, focusing instead on extracting benefits from individual relationships. The approach undermined the cooperative principles that made the Alliance function. "These directives represent significant policy shift," Olivia observed. "May I ask what prompted this change?" "Reality liaison," Hudson answered before Walsh could speak. "The Alliance promised equal partnership but practices tiered access to technology and resources. Earth must prioritize its own interests." "Captain." Walsh cautioned. Security considerations. Remain classified. Olivia recognized the tension between them. The director represented diplomatic core interests while Hudson clearly advocated military priorities. Their unified presentation concealed underlying disagreement. Your new assignment reflects these priorities. Walsh continued, you will return to Station 7 but with modified objectives. Gather information on Zalris Coalition, identify technologies with potential Earth applications, monitor Alliance military capabilities and deployments. Olivia maintained her neutral expression despite her shock. The directives transformed her role from diplomat to intelligence operative, a fundamental violation of diplomatic principles. These objectives seem better suited to intelligence services than diplomatic corps. Olivia noted, my training emphasizes building relationships, not gathering intelligence. The distinction has become less relevant. Hudson stated, Alliance members routinely embed intelligence functions within diplomatic missions. Earth merely adapts to established practices. Your diplomatic cover remains intact, Walsh added. This approach protects both you and Earth interests. Should your activities be discovered, Alliance members can hardly object to practices they themselves employ. Olivia faced a critical decision. Accept these directives, becoming essentially a spy, or refuse, potentially ending her diplomatic career and raising questions about her loyalty. She needed time to consider options. When would I return to Station 7? She asked, buying time. 3 days. Hudson answered, sufficient time for complete briefing on intelligence gathering protocols and communication security. I would appreciate time to review these directives thoroughly. Director, Olivia requested, the implications for diplomatic relations deserve careful consideration. Walsh nodded. Of course, liaison. Take tonight to review the materials. We will continue tomorrow. Your quarters are prepared in the diplomatic section, Aziz. The meeting concluded. Olivia gathered the tablets containing her new directives. Her thoughts raced, analyzing implications. Earth appeared to be withdrawing from genuine Alliance participation while maintaining appearances. This matched warnings from Zalris Group. Her security escort led her to diplomatic quarters considerably more comfortable than the conference room. After confirming she had everything needed, the guard departed, leaving her alone. Olivia immediately activated her privacy screen, sweeping the room for surveillance devices. She located 3, deactivating 2, but leaving 1 functional to avoid suspicion. Using Toric's device, she attempted another contact with Station 7. This time the connection established clearly. Liaison Taylor. Mira, the Trill scientist's voice came through. We feared interference prevented communication. Limited windows of opportunity. Olivia replied, keeping her voice low. The situation is concerning. Earth leadership has shifted toward isolation and intelligence gathering. They want me to return as an informant. This confirms our analysis. Mira responded, Captain Hudson represents a faction favoring technological acquisition over cooperation. They believe humans can advance faster by selectively exploiting Alliance knowledge. And Dr. Bennett, a pause followed. Our sources indicate he is being held in Research Section 4, Limited Access Facility. His expertise is being utilized, whether voluntarily or not, remains unclear. The bioweapon research continues under different classification. Mira confirmed, defensive applications officially, but the distinction means little in practical terms. Olivia considered her options, each carrying significant risk. I need access to Dr. Bennett. Confirmation of what's actually happening. Difficult but perhaps possible, Mira replied. Toric maintains contacts within Earth security. Some sympathize with Alliance principles rather than isolation policies. The communication device includes limited station schematics, focus on Section 4 Level 3. If I confirm these activities, what then? Olivia asked. Earth seems determined on this path. Information serves truth. Liaison Taylor. Mira answered, Earth citizens deserve knowledge of policies enacted in their name. The Alliance deserves honest partners, not pretense. If both sides possess facts, genuine choices become possible. The connection ended as security protocols detected scanning signals Olivia quickly concealed, the device reviewing the schematics it had transferred. Section 4 lay in the research wing, accessible through maintenance corridors, with proper authorization. She spent hours studying the diplomatic directives, identifying contradictions and implications. The policy shift reflected fear rather than confidence. Earth retreating from opportunity due to security concerns, both legitimate and manufactured. The question remained, who benefited from human isolation? Morning arrived with a scheduled security briefing. Captain Hudson himself conducted the session, explaining communication protocols, dead drops, and information prioritization. The captain clearly enjoyed this role far more than diplomatic niceties. The Alliance believes itself superior, Hudson explained. They parcel out technologies, maintaining advantages while preaching cooperation. Their member species have competed for thousands of years, longer than human civilization has existed. They understand power liaison. Taylor, we must learn the same lesson, and if cooperation actually offers greater advantages, Olivia suggested, combined resources, shared knowledge, multiplied capabilities. Hudson smiled condescendingly. A diplomatic core perspective, admirable but naive. The strong protect their advantages. They do not share them willingly, only under pressure or for greater gain. The briefing continued with technical details regarding secure communications, information gathering, and assessment protocols. Olivia absorbed everything, recognizing both the value and danger of such knowledge. You have security clearance for most base facilities, Hudson noted as they concluded. Feel free to explore. Familiarize yourself with Earth operations before returning to the station. Your diplomatic credentials remain active. This represented opportunity. Olivia realized the captain believed she had accepted her new role. His confidence might allow the access she needed. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate the opportunity to understand the full scope of Earth priorities. After Hudson departed, Olivia reviewed the base schematics again. Section 4 required special clearance but maintenance. Corridors offered alternative access. She would need distraction and timing. She spent the afternoon visiting public areas of the base, establishing visibility and routine. Her diplomatic credentials granted access to recreational facilities, administrative sections, and general research areas. She noted security patterns, personnel rotations, and system operations. That evening, she activated her privacy screen and prepared a careful message using Torix device. Investigating tonight required distraction. Approximately 2200 hours. Focus security monitoring on primary corridors. Brief window needed. The response came quickly. Understood. Systems maintenance scheduled 2200 hours. 30-minute window estimated. Proceed with caution. Olivia changed into standard base uniform rather than diplomatic corps attire. Less distinctive, more practical for movement through maintenance areas. The privacy screen would block personal monitoring, but facility sensors required different countermeasures at 2155. She left her quarters, moving with purpose toward administrative section. The corridor linking to maintenance access lay ahead. Security personnel nodded as she passed her diplomatic credentials, still active in the system at precisely 2200 lights, flickered throughout the section. Security doors briefly disengaged, then reactivated as backup systems engaged. Olivia used the momentary disruption, slipping into the maintenance corridor as security focused on primary systems. The maintenance passage ran behind research facilities, narrow, utilitarian, and minimally monitored. She followed the memorized route toward Section 4. The schematics proved accurate. Each junction marked precisely. Service panels provided access to cross corridors. Approaching Level 3, she encountered her first significant obstacle. A security checkpoint monitored access to sensitive research areas. Her diplomatic credentials would not suffice here. The schematics indicated an alternative route through environmental control systems. The air circulation shaft provided tight but navigable passage. Olivia moved carefully, avoiding sensor nodes. The shaft opened into a supply closet within Section 4. She listened carefully before emerging. The research wing operated continuously, even at night. Voices echoed from nearby laboratories. Scientists and security personnel moved through corridors, Olivia adopted the purposeful walk of someone belonging, noting room designations. Searching for Dr. Bennett, room 412 showed active status on the security panel. Its designation, Biological Countermeasures Research, matched the description of Bennett's work. Olivia needed access without alerting security. A service cart stood nearby, left by maintenance personnel. She appropriated it, pushing it toward room 412. The cart contained cleaning supplies and basic tools, offering both prop and potential resources. Outside 412. She activated her privacy screen. It would not block facility cameras, but would prevent direct identification. The security panel required authorization. She extracted a bypass module from Toric's device, attaching it to the panel interface. 30 seconds later, the door unlocked. Olivia pushed the cart inside, prepared to explain her presence as routine maintenance. The laboratory appeared empty at first. Workstations displayed active research status, but no personnel monitored them. Then she saw him, Dr. Bennett, hunched over a microscope in the far corner. His appearance shocked her. The vibrant scientist now looked haggard, his movements mechanical, his attention focused entirely on his work. Dr. Bennett. Olivia kept her voice low. He startled, looking up with confusion. Liaison Taylor, how did you... He glanced nervously toward monitoring camera's privacy screen. Blocks direct identification, she explained, approaching quickly. But we have limited time. What's happening here, Dr. Bennett? What are they making you do? The doctor's expression showed conflict, fear, battling with professional integrity. They call it defensive research, development of countermeasures against potential biological attacks. And the reality. His voice dropped further. Dual application development, vaccines and treatments, yes, but also delivery systems targeting specific genetics, markers, human resistance capabilities, weapons in everything but name. Who authorized this? Olivia pressed. Earth government or military elements? Both and neither. Bennett sighed. Authorizations exist, but through classified channels, limited oversight. Compartmentalized information, the usual pattern when deniability matters. Is this why they brought you back, to continue this work? Bennett nodded. My expertise makes me valuable. My objections make me dangerous. They offer collaboration now, but under controlled conditions. He gestured at the security monitors. Always watched, always limited. The Alliance should know what's happening, Olivia stated. Earth citizens too. These developments violate treaties and ethical standards. And how? Would you share such information? Bennett asked. Every transmission monitored, every movement tracked. They brought you back because your position at Station 7 threatened their operations. Your diplomatic access could expose everything. Olivia showed him Toric's device. I have contacts, Alliance members concerned about these developments. They can help extract this information. Perhaps you as well. Bennett stared at the device, hope battling with fear. The risks if they catch you with this evidence. Greater risk lies in allowing this research to continue unchecked. Olivia countered. Biological weapons targeting specific populations. Violation of Alliance agreements. Earth isolation. These paths lead to conflict, not security, a decision formed in Bennett's eyes. The primary research files are secured in the main database, but I maintain working copies for daily reference. He moved to his workstation, accessing secure files. These contain enough to prove what's happening. Not complete, but sufficient for verification. He transferred data to a secure module compatible with Toric's device. This evidence may cost both our careers, possibly more, but truth deserves witnesses. Alarm suddenly blared throughout the facility. Security. Breach detected, Section 4. Unauthorized data access in progress. Bennett looked panicked. They monitor all transfers. The system detected unauthorized copying. We need to move, Olivia urged, grabbing the data module. Is there another exit? Emergency. Evacuation route. Bennett pointed toward a marked door, but it triggers additional alarms when opened. No choice now. Olivia activated Toric's device, sending emergency signal. Compromise in progress. Require immediate extraction. Evidence secured. The response came instantly. Proceed to evacuation route. External intervention prepared. 30 seconds. Olivia grabbed Bennett's arm, pulling him toward the emergency exit. When we go through, run toward the external docks. Do not stop regardless of what happens. The doctor nodded, understanding. The situation had moved beyond questions of career or protocol into matters of life and safety. As they pushed through the emergency door, additional alarms wailed. Security teams would converge within moments. Olivia and Bennett ran down the evacuation corridor, adrenaline overcoming fatigue and fear ahead. The corridor opened into a larger junction. Security personnel appeared, weapons raised. Halt unauthorized access. Surrender immediately. Before either could respond, the station rocked with explosive force. Lights failed, emergency systems engaged. Confusion erupted among security teams. External breach, shouted someone. Docking Bay 7. Olivia recognized the distraction. Now Dr. Bennett, this way. She pulled him down a side corridor leading toward the docks. The schematics from Torik's device guided her through the suddenly chaotic facility. They emerged into Docking Bay 6, adjacent to the reported breach. Security forces focused on Bay 7, leaving minimal presence elsewhere. A small vessel unlike any Earth design waited at emergency docking port. Its alien configuration explained the security response. Alliance technology rarely approached Earth facilities without extensive clearance. The vessel's hatch opened, revealing Torik, the Vrexian security chief. Quickly, he called diplomatic incident already registered, extraction window closing. Olivia and Bennett rushed aboard the hatch, sealed behind them as Torik engaged systems. The small craft detached from the dock, accelerating rapidly away from Lunar Base Alpha. The evidence. Torik demanded. Olivia handed him the data module. Biological weapons research, confirmation of treaty violations. The Vrexian secured the module. This justifies the diplomatic consequences. Alliance Council will receive verification shortly. He turned to Dr. Bennett. Your expertise provides context essential for proper analysis. Your testimony matters greatly. Bennett nodded, though his expression showed the weight of his choice, leaving Earth perhaps permanently, becoming essentially a defector to preserve ethical principles.